Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. To my Spanish speaking friends, hola mi gente. To my Caribbean Spanish speaking friends, que lo que? And to my Caribbean Antillean friends, wapin. I think I got everybody covered with those. In any event, today's video, I'm gonna be talking about how I get organized for my bike rides so that it's a seamless, stress-free process. Whether or not I'm just doing one of my weekly rides or I'm doing a big weekend ride, and I have a little bit of a system that I use to make sure that I'm organized, that I'm not stressing, fumbling around at the last minute, and certainly to make sure that as a ride gets ready to start, we're about to go pedals up, I don't want to be the guy fumbling around because I don't have gels or a spare tube. So this past weekend, we had the pleasure of driving down to Miami. It was about a 40-minute drive for me to hook up with a crew down in Miami called 305 Urban. It's kind of like a sister group to us. They started a little bit after the pandemic last year, and it was a pleasure for me. The St. Jude's charity ride a few weeks ago, just to see the growth that they've had, the leaps and bounds that they've made. So very excited about going down there and just having a little bit of ride fellowship with them, and I'll share some footage of that ride. Getting back to the content of the video, for me, organization is a big deal. I have in the past shown up for a ride and realized that I didn't have my front wheel. Who does that happen to, right? So I think it can't possibly hurt to have a little bit of a checklist, a little bit of a routine that you go through that's simple, duplicatable, easily executable, so that you make sure that you're on your P's and Q's when we get ready to roll. So let's get into it. Let's start with the basics of preparation and planning. The first thing that I'm doing is the night before I decide what bike I am taking on the ride. If you only have one bike, then that alleviates that problem. But I use different bikes depending on where I'm riding, with whom I'm riding, and what type of ride I expect it to be. And also that night, I just do a quick maintenance check, make sure that my chain is clean and lubed, make sure that my tires are in good condition, and I'm ready to go the night before. From there, the next step is organization. I have a bike bag in which I'm able to keep everything that I would need. There are a lot of these on the market nowadays. This one by Pedal Industries is a bag that I bought to try out. It actually works pretty good. One of the things that I like about it is that it has these different zippered compartments that are labeled. You can put whatever you want to put in different compartments. But the first thing that I do, and all of these things, again, they're being done the night before, is I decide what helmet I am going to wear and any accessories that I need to have with my helmet. I wear a skull cap most of the time to help trap the sweat. So I'll have that in here with the helmet, and there's a little compartment where that goes. There's a compartment for shoes. Yes, I have multiple shoes depending on the kit that I'm wearing. I decide what shoes I'm going to wear. I don't think there's anything worse than like getting out for a ride and you left your shoes at home? Oh, I've seen that happen a lot. Then I have things like, this is actually a spare light, my GoPro. This is my main front light and my main rear light. And I make sure also the night before everything is charged. Then goggles, make sure that they're in here and that you're not riding around with an empty case. That's happened. This is this is like my flat kit, including my CO2 cartridge and tire levers, and this goes in one of my jersey pockets. Spare tube, and then I have a spare tubular. It's amazing that they can get the spare tubular down to this size. Sometimes on some of my bikes I have tubular tires, and this is my spare tubular. And then in the other compartments, if I'm planning to have a change of clothes or something like that after the ride, I'll put that kind of stuff in here. But that's pretty much how I pack my bike bag. Next is nutrition. I have a pretty simple nutrition plan and I try to not deviate too far from it. 2 water bottles, some SIS tabs, a banana, 2 gels, and yes, that is baby food for the halfway point. So that's, I make sure that I have what I need the night before, and that way I'm not scrambling around in the morning when it's time to go. So that's it. That is my process for getting organized for a bike ride. Beginning the night before with my equipment check, making sure that I have all the accessories that I'm going to need, and also making sure that I have everything in terms of my on-bike nutrition. Like I said, I don't want to be fumbling around at the last minute in the morning. The only thing that I've left out of this video is information about what I do the day of the ride before I leave home, meaning my breakfast. And I actually did a video not long ago called How to Ride Accessory Well, in which I cover a lot of that information. I'll post a link so that you can go ahead and check that video out as well. So let's get into some of this coverage with our sweet ride down in Homestead Farmlands with 305 Urban Bike Club.
Robert is here food stand. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get some coconut water to refresh myself. I might get myself a fruit smoothie too, for good measure. Okay, all right. I'm like, oh man, you got a good kid, so I got Mr. Nash, replenished. Got Miss Janice.
Hard working every day. I'm stressed out 24/7, babe. No timeouts. Wish we could fly away. You and I go to our favorite place. Oh yeah. Make special memories together. I'll be your company now and forever. I say we fly away. You and me go to our favorite place. Feeling the sun on my face in Hawaii. With you, Hawaii. With you, Hawaii. With you, Hawaii. I need a summer breeze, some fresh air to put my mind at ease. No one cares. You wanna come with me? Me and you go to our favorite tree. Are you ready now? We jump on a plane now. We're taking away. Yeah, we're taking away. Don't hesitate now. We're taking away. Yeah, we're taking away. We'll never come down. We're going away. Yeah, we're going away. You and me. Feeling the sun on my face in Hawaii. With you, Hawaii. With you, Hawaii. With you, Hawaii. We won't ever come down. We won't ever come down low. Running from a ghost town where we never feel high, just low. We won't ever come down. We won't ever come down low. Feeling the sun on my face in Hawaii. With you, Hawaii. With you, Hawaii. With
And that's a wrap. Thanks again for tuning in to the video, guys. Please remember to subscribe if you have not done so. Also, if you enjoy the content, appreciate it very much if you gave the video a like. Also, if you have some slightly different things that you do for your pre-ride organization, you can leave a comment in the section below. I'd appreciate that. As always, guys, our aim here at the channel is to inform, instruct, inspire, and as always, be blessed.